Alright, let's go. Alright, so yesterday I did a huge build video on Optimus, upgrading him to 4 extremely powerful and capable motors. And I want to point out Optimus to you before we get on to Overkill in the background, and check out the logo here done by Bloodshot Airbrushing for me. This was an Autobots logo, of course, for Optimus Overkill. Now, why was Optimus named Optimus Overkill? Well, of course, because he was built with Overkill everything on it, but the original truck was Overkill himself. Now, this is OVERKill 2.0, but Overkill got his own upgrade today off camera. Look at this. These are D1 RC tires. They're absolutely massive. Here's the normal 2.2 Mudslinger tire from RC 4-wheel drive. And look at this. These are not even on wide rims, these 2.2s right here, these tires. They're actually on old Vanquish 6-shooter rims that are aluminum. Beadlocks, they're rock crawler rims that are incredibly narrow, that make fat tires very skinny and tall. But look at what I saw on these tires, dudes. Look at that. It's almost like an Autobot symbol. It's not a Decepticons and it's not an Autobots, but it certainly looks that way. And I thought that was too cool because the original Overkill turned into Optimus Overkill, over transforming, upgrade after upgrade. That's why I rebuilt this iconic truck. But look at this. You might be like, oh, I've seen those tires on there before. No, actually. These are the tires I had at one point. These were IMEX Red Rock tires. Look at the grip. You'd be like, it's the same. It's actually not. And no Autobots symbol on the side. Look at the foams in here. Just disgusting, broken down, sloppy, yucky. Finally throwing those things away. And I got the new ones on Overkill today. Look, I know I don't have it perfectly on there right now, but the stance of him is exceptional. Nice and wide. Look at that. I'm going to take him out and give it a try right now. These are completely sealed, so waterproof and everything. Like, I can go through the water, no issues. I have 2-stage foam on the inside. I have had these wheels themselves since the days of Ted's Garage. And since I have Vanquish portal axles on here, I know, who puts portals on a GMC, but I did. This thing is an absolute monster. Let's put it beside a stock axial. Boom, there's Jem's Bronco. Look at those. Those are 2.2 size tires on there also, but nothing in comparison. These are ginormous. You should put them on Optimus. I literally can't because of the size of the tire diameter on the outside. It's much, it's not much taller, but look at the footprint. These wider tires act much better on Optimus anyway, but I gotta tell you guys, what a bummer that I can't put it on because it would mark Optimus so well. I would just have to have a higher center of gravity and, I don't know, Ironhide, but painted gold. And for all those wondering, just in case you have not been seeing my show before, there is a winch servo in the back, an Axe FOC system set up in here as well. It's the 550, as you can see, the 3300 kV, 5mm shaft coming out to the 32 pitch gears. That's a super shafty transmission with extended chassis, GCM frame on there. I've got dual shocks on both corners, well, all 4 corners, that are a little bit firmer in the front but nice and gushy in the back. And the reason why they're a bit firmer in the front is because I run a 5000 3S LiPo battery. Yeah, I see it, don't worry. Bah, bah, bah. I'll cover it up with some tape just to give it some added weight in the front. And I also have a winch servo right there, which is going through to the front, as well as a Reese steering servo on the front. So a wonderful light climbing truck. That's the whole point, is that it's light. It's supposed to have that heavy weight in the front end. It's great for trailing, and with the wheelbase being so long, it's also great at climbing hills. Who's my big booty girl? There you go. No sound kit or anything in Overkill. Why? Well, with Overkill, it just kind of makes its own noise. Especially when that winch hook is slapping him in the wrong spot. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Look at these beautiful, beautiful tread marks. Oh my gosh, I'm loving that. That's how you know I'm a nerd. I'm sure I'm not the only one that loves tread marks. So unfortunately, there's no mud really yet because it's all still melting, and where I live in Canada, we're still getting snow, you know, every second day. But I've got enough of my rocks exposed on the way to, you know, my destination of the creek to really show the suspension ability of Overkill here. Look at this. Right, full flex, full extension. Everybody says that this truck looks too stiff, but I really think it depends on the weather, how stiff the shocks are that day, people's personal choice, and of course when you drive the rig, how it performs. Look at that. I just love the ESC and motor combo because it is nice and slow. You can crawl so well with the axe system. Everybody knows that. Sponsored by me. Now it looks like I'm about to do a forward front roll here, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn my tires and back up a little bit, and then kind of turn into that deep section just so I don't endo right there. Very good. Just another beautiful day to get outside. Ooh, beautiful. Let's see here. That really high belly clearance, this is why I built the way I did, to be a tough truck competitor, or tough truck competition competitor, or top truck, or whatever you'd like to call it. Years ago, geez, I've had this truck for 3 years already. This is the 2.0, as I had mentioned earlier. Oh boy, look at that. Now, you'd say that's a really high center of gravity, and I'd say you're right, but that's tipped right over, and it is still stable. So I'm going to go ahead and back that up a bit. Oh, dang, right after I said what I said. Fail. I still want to try, though. Very good. As I crawl forward. Look at that beautiful crawl ability. Everything conforming around the rock. So much RC deliciousness right there. Yes. Loving that low power. Now there's where I know I'll run into a problem unless I back up, not a big deal. And shall I just let it wiggle forward? There we go. Dude, even my tracks from the other day are gone. And of course, being in Canada, here's why I want the wide tires, because even deep into March, April, almost, still hoofing her through the snow. You'd say tracks out here, but tracks you have to have a gearing where your motor moves super fast to move those big tracks you know, a small amount of times, and it causes heat, even in all this cold. Oh, we're almost there. Yeah, snow and runoff is what I have right now. And I think that's perfect. I'm actually going at only about 10% speed here, just to kind of wobble my way through. Now, the other thing about a stiff suspension is if you don't have a heavy truck, then you don't really have a lot to move the suspension around. Hence why I use the battery weight and very, very spongy suspension in the rear. So I'm not really worried about ride comfort, if you know what I mean. Shall we just drop down again? Very good. Now, I came here the other day with my bruised banana bouncer. Same spot to the hill that I'm making, well, into a hill climb. I think this place is beautiful on our property. What a place to have a nice little fire pit in the middle of the creek, right? Everybody can sit around, have hot dogs or whatever right here. And then this massive hill in the background. Now, I don't really have a hill climber per se. This is way too high center of gravity, but excuses, excuses. Why not try it at least? Oh, 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 there we go. That's probably a reason why right there. Damn, I just realized my steering horn has rounded out. And I'm like right at the decent spot with awesome tires. Look at this, went up. You can't even tell the steepness of this, but it's absolute lunacy. I'm gonna try to make it to the first platform at least. It's not super easy, but especially with the strip steering horn now, damn it. Oh boy. I kind of knew that was gonna happen. Oh yeah, dude, I can't even turn my frickin', ain't that a day in RC for you? I thought you built a tough truck. Yeah, I did. Dang it. Why so weak, old steering horn? Probably just needs to be tightened. I doubt that very much. Damn it. It's got a screw on the side and a screw on the other side. It's still rounded out. How come you always brake right when I get somewhere awesome? Why does that happen in this hobby? It happens in any hobby. Yeah, so there's no doubt or argument that bigger tires are going to cause more strain on a steering servo. But I think in this case, it's just, that one's been on overkill for, geez, years. So it's not really a surprise, but how come it's always got to brake at the furthest point away? Right? Don't you guys find that? Or flip over.